Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm an avid practitioner of meditation, and I will describe now why it's important to meditate in the mornings. So, everything is energy, right? So, when meditation, everything can be related in energetical terms. So, when you put your phone on the charger, it's like you charging, right? So, like the sun moves like this, right? It comes out of the nighttime and it rises up until this point until it is seen. So the maximum charging capabilities of that energy is here, which represents the morning time. So getting up in the morning or even before sunrise, you utilize these rising energies and you inhale them, you actually breathe them in. I mean, after all, breathing is to exchange with your environment, and yeah, so you soak up the energy that is around you. So you want to consciously charge at that time to use that energy. And when I say charged in scientific reasons, it's ions. So the air is charged with negative ions, like electrons. There's more electrons in the air than here. When the electrons are pretty much used up, that's when the sun starts to fall. And that's when it's important to do your evening meditation, because that's when you want to discharge of all your thoughts. You want to discharge of all your enemies, or of all your energies, sorry. And so, like this is the crystallization. So you kind of like prepare yourself for the day. You charge yourself up for the day. And here you discharge yourself of those experiences, of those charges that you took in. You discharge yourself so you can have a rest and peace of mind and good sleep. And then, the next day it's the same thing. You go back to that cycle. And also, for all these folks talking about a flat earth, this in another dimension, not 2D, but 3D, represents a sphere. And that's an easy explanation why the earth has to be spherical, because when the sun rises when the sun is up on this side of the planet, it is here on the other side of the planet. And that's why we have the duality between the world and the time zones, because once the sun is up here on this side, it's down here on the other side. So with this, I want to just, exemplify the importance of morning and evening meditation, because here you have the negative charge, which you need, just like in a phone. Like you put it on charge, you put electrons in there, boom, you have negative ions. You need those to operate, because what happens if you lose all your negative ions, you get sour, right? And this point, when the sourness reach a critical point and the sun has to go back down to rest, is here. So we lose that charge. We lose that charge, and it turns into, like, I wouldn't say a positive charge. I would rather say we don't have enough charge anymore. So the sun, which represents actually ourself, is missing of charge. So it has to come back, put itself on the charger, which represents this point, and go back through that charging phase, you know what I mean? Or actually putting yourself on the charger represents this point. And that's all there is. That's why you have to meditate, and that's why you have to, that's one of the big secrets, because what happens when you eat? You eat and you take in ions, and those ions help you think, operate your body, help you move that electricity that is running through your veins. So, as you do this meditation, you will eat less food, you will have less stress, you will be more focused, you will be more productive. And it's in the Eastern philosophy in China, it's all very well known. There's only us Westerners that are so out of frequency, that we don't understand this cycle that is just propelling itself from day to day, So this would represent 124-hour daytime, and then the rest of it is 12 hours. And then this fluctuates through the seasons. That amplitude, fluctuates through the seasons. And what does that remind us of too? An EKG, a heartbeat, right? Boom, 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 boom. So our heart actually represents the pacemaker of that planetary system, which is our body. And that's why the planets are also within our body. And then there's a magical and metaphysical, and we'll get them out of here. In the metaphysical, or in the Renaissance, it was very well known, because everything that is within you is without you, the other way around. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to meditate, make sure to find your peace, to find your center, and understand why it is so important to meditate at these certain times. And you can only charge while you're not using your phone, like while you're not using your body. I mean, even if you put your phone on the charger, you're kind of interrupting the charging process if you walk around on it. So usually most of us plug the phone up at night and they charge it just like we charge ourselves through our sleep, because when it happens, our sleeping period happens around here, right? So we're going from discharge into charging, and then we meditate, we activate, okay?